It's red. Again, a little trouble with the Mevo. Just wasn't getting the power it needed. Happy New Year. Haven't been here for 3 weeks. I've been here, but the camera hasn't been working correctly for me. I'm going to start out walking slowly. Guess I should slow down a little bit. Thank you for joining me. Let's try to make this a regular routine, at least twice a week. And when we're not together, at least 5 days a week. I trust you had a good holiday. That came pretty fast, and it ended pretty fast. Now we begin. Let's kick. Low kicks. Good. Trying to think of all the good things this year. I'm doing that little bit of, gratitude. And I'm thankful we have had such good weather. Today was in the 20s, but it's January in Northeast Ohio. And we're lucky we haven't had that many days before this. Back to walking. Of course, when I wasn't walking for you, I wasn't walking on my own either. I was busy, but I wasn't getting the concentrated, focused walking in. And I'd like to tell you that this is what I'm going to be doing. This is a resolution, but I'm not. I found out that 12,000 steps a day was really hard to get in. I'm still going to work toward that, but that's not a resolution. Let's go. Out, out. Good. Remember, keep your head up. Shoulders back, smile on your face. It's a great way to start the new year. I'm not going to make a resolution that I'm going to lose weight. I want to do that. I should do that. But it's not a resolution. I do have one resolution, though, that I think all of us could benefit from. Walking. Okay, just plain walking, speeding it up just a little bit. Let's take a couple steps forward and back. When COVID started, and we knew very little about it, my contention was, I'm going to do what I can to get myself pretty healthy rather than wait for a vaccine or a pill to make me healthy. And that would include keeping active, losing weight, getting my regular checkups to make sure that I stayed pretty healthy. Back to walking. And, I did get the 2 vaccines. I debated on the booster. I think I am going to get it this week. I didn't want it to slow me down over the holidays. But the one resolution I am going to make is just do some leg kicks, getting the arms a little bit involved, keeping them below my heart, is to drink more water. And this, as I said, is a resolution I think all of us could keep. It is important to stay hydrated. They said that 44% of people who have strokes are dehydrated. And that in itself is something major. So I think back to walking again, that the more hydrated I am, the better my recovery would be from a stroke. Let's go sideways a little bit with those arms. That in itself is pretty good. What I like is that being hydrated will improve your mood. If you drink 5 cups of water a day, 5 glasses of water a day, and you boost it to 10 glasses of water a day, spread out through the day, you will feel calmer and more satisfied within 5 days. And so some of us, when getting kind of down, the house is not as merry and bright as it used to be. I took down my decorations yesterday and I put up snowmen, but they don't have quite the sparkle that the Santa Clauses and the red and greens do. So, just by drinking water, I can improve my mood. Sometimes in the winter, we don't feel like we want that glass of water. It doesn't have to be ice cold water either. Just go to a restaurant and order, if you go to a restaurant, just order a cup of warm water. I'm glad to give it to you. If you are hydrated, you will heal faster. Your circulation is better. So if you have a wound, you have 16 ounces water soon after as you can, and then you stay hydrated. Let's do some kicks a little bit higher. Then there's a great chance that you are going to heal that wound a little bit faster. I had my water, it's right there. Before I worked out, it says you should always drink before, during, and after the workout. I'm pretty good at before and after. But in half an hour's time, I always think, is it necessary for me to have that drink? If you feel you want that drink during this half an hour workout, then go for it whenever you want. Just get it. If you can, keep your feet moving. Keep your heart rate up. Drink that water whenever you can. Let's go down and up, down and up. I'm not going real high, just bringing those hands to my ears. Down, I'm keeping my head up, facing forward, blowing that air out. Nothing's changed from 2021 to 2022 as far as walking. I know some people are prone to headaches after walking, and if you get a headache, this might work for you. If you get a migraine, and I guess you'll know if it's a migraine, if you drink 1 to 6 glasses of water, your migraine will be gone in about a half an hour's time. So if you do suffer, that might be something that you want to try. If you feel it coming on, get that water. And if it doesn't help with that, it's still going to help with everything else. This feels good. Work that waist. That waist that had all kinds of sweets added to it. You know you're old when most of your gifts from family members, like nieces and nephews who live out of town, send you food. They know I need nothing else, but I also don't need the food either. But I did get, let's see, Omaha Steaks, Harry and David, Wisconsin cheeses, 2 of those. So I guess I have to have some get-togethers, or else that's the kind of stuff we're going to be eating for dinner. Out, 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 out. If you stay hydrated, you will be a better driver. Having that water in you keeps you more alert, more conscientious. If you have 16 ounces before departing on your journey, they say that is, a good amount. And you're going to stop every once in a while. Some people say, no, I want to go, I don't want to have to stop. Well, you should. keep you more alert. And then 7 ounces every hour you are on the road. It's kind of a good plan to follow. Let's go up, 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 up. And the more hydrated you are, the better your brain power. Who couldn't use that at this time? Even mild dehydration can cause some major effects on your short-term memory, your poor attention span, and it also slows your reaction time. So if you are dehydrated and you are driving, that's not a good combo. I'm going to make little fists here, not tight fists. I'm going to go. Smaller steps. Looks like I'm almost running, but my feet are very close to the floor, staying in the same place. More, and walk, walk, walk. Let's do some kickbacks. Breathe out. Trust you all had a safe, Merry Christmas. People were sick. They were positive, though they didn't have real severe symptoms. Sniffles, bit of a cold, bit of a sore arm if they got the booster. So I'm paying a lot of attention to this, trying to find out what day's going to work best for me to have a sore arm. Let's push in. I was reading about gratitude, and Dana Perino has a book that I want to read. Can't remember the name of it right now. It's for young girls, but I think we could all benefit from that, at least as far as our relationships with our daughters, our nieces, grandkids. It also gives us some uplifting ideas as well. But one thing that we should do is practice gratitude. And as I looked around my house, I thought how grateful I am that I have a house and it's warm and I have things to keep me comfortable. And of course, once my mind starts that way, I think, yep, I have things. I have way too many things. Things I don't really need, things that are nice, I have way too many clothes. And continued reading. They said what you might want to do is set a resolution that every day you get rid of something. It doesn't have to be major, but something you're not using anymore, something you had that has kind of outlived its purpose for you, but maybe someone else could use it. Something that maybe you have too much of, like how many pair of black pants does a person need? So I started this last week to get rid of something every day. It's a lot easier than you think. Because like I said, I have way too much stuff. Now if I could get my husband to join in on this, that would be even better. How many pair of golf shoes does a person need? Like today, I got up and I had, gotten rid of the presents. One of the presents we received was a beautiful gift basket. The basket's very pretty, has all the nice filler in it. And I thought, hey, my boss makes beautiful baskets. I think I'll just give that to her. And then she doesn't have to go out and buy another basket. This one is just beautiful. And I said, you know what, I have another of these in the basement, thinking, this is too nice to throw away. I'll use it for something. Yeah, it's been like 3 years. Never used it, just sitting there. So today I got rid of 2 things. Now when she comes in, she's going to say, oh good, more baskets, what do I do with these? But I think she can repurpose them. So if maybe you're not a resolution setter, don't call these resolutions, just call them daily habits you're going to want to try. Let's go up on our toes. And down. And up. Down. And last down. And walk, walk, walk. Let's go forward. Moving those arms. Trying not to clap hard. Couple more. One more. And walk, walk, walk. And down, up. Another thing I started doing was keeping track of my sleeping, because I don't sleep very well. And so I'm trying to see if there's any correlation in the time I eat, how much water I'm drinking, what time I get up, what time I, quit watching TV, what time I read. And see if I can find a balance. There is no balance for me. I've never been a good sleeper. But I know how important sleep is. Telltale signs that I'm not a sleeper. Problem is, I still have a lot of energy. I don't get tired. Okay, we're going to do some kicks. Blow up that air. 4, 3, 2, 1, and walk, walk, walk. Let's do some back. Working these thighs. Start now getting them ready for golf season. Which, Christmas came quickly. I'm thinking the golf season's going to come quickly too. Get those arms involved. If you need a chair, have it handy. You can hang on to it and do this. Couple more. And walk, walk, walk. And we can always think about things that will make us healthier. And that's good. Things that will make us a better person. That's very good. We had premier family, employees and members, adopted a family this year for Christmas. And so many people did so much. And the family, 5 kids, very appreciative. Beautiful thank you note from them. And that's something we haven't received in a long time. We have adopted families for several years. This year, it was just a very heartwarming experience. And I want all my members to know that it was well received, very much appreciated, and I'm glad we did it. There are things we can do year round, not just at Christmas. So, got to keep that in mind. I'm giving stuff away. I may have a coat or two that I can donate. And it's not that I, want to have a garage sale in the spring and sell all that stuff. I would like it to go to someone who needs it. And if someone doesn't have to pay for it, all the better. But this feels good. I haven't done this. Like I said, it's been over 3 weeks. So I missed it, even if you didn't. Went outside to walk on it was Saturday, New Year's Day. If you remember, it's kind of nice. And up until about noon, I think. Kick, 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 kick. So I thought, okay, I'll walk for half an hour around the driveway. As soon as I got past the backyard into the front, I noticed all these twigs, huge branches that had fallen. And the company that was going to come and clean them up for us, plus our piles of leaves, they all had COVID. So our yard was a mess. So instead of walking just, at a good pace, nice, focused and concentrated, I spent 45 minutes picking up twigs. And I did not even get the front yard done. Let's go forward. And there's still twigs and leaves, and now they're snow covered. Because I kind of like the way it snowed. We have it on our yard, on the lawn, but not on the sidewalk, not on the driveway. So if I want to, I can go home today and walk. Okay, looks like we have to start slowing down. Bit slower. Let's do some low kicks. Keeping our hands below our heart. Blowing that air. Reminding ourselves we did something good today. I don't know if I can. Didn't do 3,000 steps. That was my fault for not being able to get that Mevo going. Walk, walk, walk. Let's do some side steps. walk. Little kicks. Shaking those hands out. Right now I'm thinking, gee, I could use a nice swig of water. That's a good sign. Walk, walk, walk. Let's just bend our knees, shoulders back, chin up. Deep breath. Let it out. Let's go up and down. Up and down. And down. One more. And down. Turn. Lean into that front knee. And then come back. Switch into that front knee. And back. Nice front. It's good to be back. Happy New Year. See you Wednesday.